Hello, happy Monday. My name is Dr. Shiroko Sokitch, owner of Heart to Heart Medical Center and the author of the book, Healing When It Seems Impossible. And today I'm going to talk about your immune system and how important it is in relation to the Chinese medicine. So in Chinese medicine, energy, there's many elements to how energy works. And the immune system is your outermost layer of energy. So every organ system is different than it is in Western medicine, and it has different functions than it does in Western medicine. But your immune system is connected to your lungs and large intestine. And if you think about it, most of the time when we get sick, we start with something that is either respiratory or diarrhea related, right? Or some kind of digestive layer related. So that layer of our energy or that function of our energy is connected to the immune system. So the lungs and large intestine rule the entire respiratory system. So your nose, your throat, your physical lungs, your bronchial tubes, your large intestine and how it functions, and your skin. And its job is to protect you from things that come in from outside, i.e., it works on your immune system. And each organ also has spiritual and emotional functions that are not known in Western medicine. So the spiritual function of the lungs is to hold you in your body. So it is your connection to your physical body. And the emotional connection is the emotion of grief. So I can tell you a story of many years ago before I knew anything about Chinese medicine. I remember I had a relationship that I broke up with after I had been with this person for 6 years. And he had been the person that I thought I might marry. Now, I chose to break up with him, so I didn't think about it in relation to grief. But after that, I caught a cold and I coughed for like 6 months. My roommate actually thought that I had TB. She made me go to the doctor and get it figured out. But now in hindsight, I realized that I was processing the emotions of letting go of that relationship, and that's what was going on with my body. So a lot of times people will tell me that they've had some major traumatic event, or that they got or went through a very grief inducing time or a difficult, stressful time, and then they got sick. And it is not unusual to get sick after you've had some big loss or some emotional trauma. So that is one of the things that it's useful to be aware of, so that if ever anything happens where you have a big loss or a big scary event happen in your life and then you start having a cold, that's not a big surprise. It's not that you got surprised or got exposed to somebody who had a cold. It's that actually your body is releasing the trauma of that emotion. So that's one of the things. Now, in Chinese medicine as well, it's really important to take proper care of your immune system. And there's a whole protocol for how to help support your lungs and to take care of them. And I'm talking about it today because this is early fall, and this might be not when you watch this video, but it's the time of year that the lungs are most prevalent. And that is the time of year that you should do things to take care of your immune system, which of course in Western medicine we do as well, because this is when flu shots and the vaccines of all sorts are recommended to help protect your immune system. And I have sort of a different way of approaching that, because I believe that you can strengthen your immune system in so many ways. But if you're a person who gets sick a lot, or you get colds and flus a lot, this is the time of year that you want to pay extra attention to your immune system. And there are lots of things that you can do, because again, it's connected to your lungs. So you can just practice breathing, deep breathing rituals in order to help your lungs be stronger. So one of the common breathing methods that's also very calming for your nervous system is to breathe in for a count of 5, to hold it for a count of 5, and then to breathe out for a count of 5. You could do that for 5 to 7 minutes a day, where you just breathe in for a count of 5, and then you hold it for a count of 5, and then you let it out for a count of 5. So that is one thing that you can actually do to help support your immune system for the season. Another thing that you can do is the lung meridian is, of course, comes out on the surface. So all the meridians in Chinese medicine come from the organs that they originate from, or travel onto certain surfaces of your body. So the lung meridian starts right here, kind of at the beginning of your shoulder and the edge of your chest. You can find a point there. And it comes down your arm, kind of along your arm down to your thumb joint. So the last point on the lung meridian is right here on the edge of your thumb. And the large intestine meridian starts at the end of your index finger, on the thumb side of your index finger, and it comes up and travels through this place between your thumb and your index finger, and travels up the top of your forearm to the crease of your elbow, and then up into your neck and shoulders, and across your ear and to your nose right here. That's the end point of the large intestine meridian. So working on those meridians is one way that you can help support your immune system and help support how your body's functioning. So you could pick any point along here. If you can find a point that's tender along the pathway, or you want to just keep it simple, the source point of the lung is right here at the where the radial bone gets, where the end of the wrist bone is, right here, and you can just massage that area, or you could massage this point right here on your chest. Another thing that I like to tell people to do in terms of massaging their meridians is actually to, you can do this thing where you beat on your chest like this, and right under your sternum, which is right there, right under your sternum is your thymus. And your thymus, when kids are little, the thymus is the most important element of the immune system. Interesting that it's right next to the lungs, right? So you can tap on your thymus, and it will help support your immune system. You can also tap on your chest right here, just gently. You don't have to push very hard because energy is light and easy to move. So you can tap here, or you could tap along the whole pathway. So you could start at your chest and tap down the inside of your arm, and then come up the back of your arm, which would then get the large intestine and all the other meridians that travel that way. And you can just keep energy flowing. There's many ways to move the energy of your body. So you could just start again. You start by tapping on your chest right here, or tapping on the edges of your chest where the lung meridian starts. Or you could tap down the inside of your arm and up the back of your arm. I always say, if you're going to do that, start by tapping on your chest like this, and then go down the inside of your arm and up the back of your arm. And that can help support your immune system. There are, of course, lots and lots of supplements that help. And of course, because I do acupuncture, I'm going to recommend a seasonal acupuncture treatment. I actually think for people who don't feel like they need anything, or they feel like they're healthy, I always recommend, if you know somebody like me or have an acupuncturist in your life, that you do a seasonal acupuncture treatment. So at the time that a season shifts, that you go have acupuncture, and that can help support your body through the seasonal shift of each meridian. And I'll be talking in December when the energy shifts to winter, and that's when kidney energy comes. I'll be talking about how to take care of your kidneys at that time. But right now, we're talking about the immune system. So there are lots of herbs that help support your immune system. There are Western herbs and Chinese herbs and And if you ever get sick, it's really important to take care of it properly so that you can get it out of your system quickly. In Chinese medicine, there's a book that's like 2,000 years old, and it's all about taking care of your immune system. And it's this thick. It's like this huge, thick book that is just about taking care of your immune system and making sure that your energy and your immune system are protected. Because if you catch something that comes in from outside your body and it doesn't get treated correctly, it can lead to the element that got into your body can move into the deeper layers of your energy, into the other organs. So I know people who have had, long COVID or chronic fatigue from having had Epstein-Barr virus. And these are real things. And I always love to talk about how Chinese and Western medicine can overlap and how they can relate to each other. And this is one of those times where, people can get long COVID and there's supplements and ways to treat it. They can also get, like years ago, and still commonly happens, when you have mono or Epstein-Barr virus, that it can get into your system and wreak havoc in your immune system and cause problems, long-term, ongoing health problems. And so I think it's real important to treat properly whenever you get something like a cold or flu. So to keep it simple, there's research that shows that some supplements actually prevent catching colds and flus, but not so much research that shows that it keeps them from getting better quicker. But I have experienced this for years and years. I have been practicing with patients for 30 something years and don't get sick. Even when I see patients who are sick, I was an ER doctor for 10 years and, during flu season, just saw a lot of people and didn't get sick unless my system was run down. So taking care of your system and keeping it from getting run down is what's really, really important. So another thing to do is, as the seasons change, to change with the weather. So to eat food that fits with the time of year, to rest when you need to, especially as the holidays come along, to get the right amount of rest, and to take care of yourself in relation to stress. So, take deep breaths, give yourself time to integrate whatever it is you're going through, if you're going through something, and to really take care of your body during the seasonal shift. So come have acupuncture, do the tapping along your meridians, and take the supplements that support your immune system. And if I'm going to send out an email about the supplements that support your immune system as well. But the things that are really basic are taking a standard amount of omegas. They help your immune system, your hormones, and your nervous system, which is part of that triangle of wellness. To take vitamin D and to make sure that your vitamin D levels are good, because vitamin D can help your immune system. Vitamin C helps protect your immune system as well. And sort of keep the basics going throughout the season, and that will help you not get sick. Then there are herbs too, but that's an extensive list. So if you know me, you can just touch base with me and I'll help you understand what you need. All right. Thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful day and happy fall. Talk to you later.